So welcome, Anjali, and so excited to see you basically, and Sant Kabir and you. Like I know that every other talk or lecture or meeting, you speak about Sant Kabir. So this is a very appropriate topic, and I think Dharnis, whosoever suggested, welcome, and let's hear. Anjali is from Talk to Big Ears. We here at Talk to Big Ears and welcome, Anjali. So let's hear from you. Thank you for being here. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Anuradha. Thank you so much, Dharni, for thinking of this awesome topic. And thank you, Madhulinji, for joining. Like Anu just spoke, I think you are a great support and always there, so committed. God bless you. So today we're going to talk about this very exciting and a very interesting topic, which is very close to me. And please excuse me for my voice because I'm a little under the weather, but I'll try and do my best. So, Kabir, we all know, right? Kabir is the great Sant, and Kabir is Kabir, and But today, I would like to talk about Kabiryat. I would like to talk about Kabiryat. Kabiryat is, I think, that whole concept of Kabir, the way you want to live, the thought process, and what all you can do to make this life worthwhile is what I'm going to club together as Kabiriyat. So, in line with that, I would like to share a few colors in that whole concept of Kabir. So, we are going to just talk about a few dohas and maybe one or two songs from Kabir, and we will just try and discuss it and would like to understand it better with the help of each other. So, like most of you here know my relationship with Kabir. I mean, I happened to come across Kabir Ji and Kabiryat and the Kabir Dohas on the ghats of Varanasi almost 4.5 years ago, and how it just struck me like a bomb, and it has been there ever since. So I'm just going to talk about a few concepts. I'm going to talk about a few colors. I'm going to talk about uh, Kabir and Kabiriyat. Okay. So, to begin with, I would like to say, and excuse me, can you just make this bigger? If I'm speaking, I should be on the main screen. Yes. So, okay. So, Kabir and Kabiriyat and all of us in the middle of it all. I would just like to start, by talking about this line that I read this morning from a book which was not on Kabir. It was on Mahavtar Babaji, and it said that when I know Brahma, I become Brahma. And till I don't know Brahma, I am a nobody. So, like Kabir ji also says in his dua, जब मैं था तब हरि नहीं, जब हरि है मैं नाही, प्रेम गली अति सांकड़ी, यामी दू ना समाए. That means our egos are so big that we cannot walk together with those egos. It is either Hari or me. And I and Hari, both of us cannot walk together. So I have to merge myself with the Hari. I have to kill myself to be a part of Hari. I have to finish my identity. I have to get lost to be found, is what this whole concept of Kabiriyat is. Okay, so we will just run through a few of my favorite dohas, and to give you a little glimpse on the varied colors, on the varied thoughts, and all that is actually there within us, but we don't know. So we are just trying to connect with Kabiriyat. Okay, so here goes. Guru Gobind dono khade, काके लागो पाए, बलिहारी गुरु आपने गोविंद दियो दिखाए. अब इसका क्या मतलब है? That when God and the Guru are standing together, who am I going to do my pranams to first? So for any average person, they would say, obviously, God. But how do you know he's God? The Guru told us, introduced us to God. So Guru is the one towards whom we have to first pay our obeisance and then move to God. So that's the first step, and the next is God. I thought this was a very beautiful doha, and most of us know it. We've done it in class 9, and it has always stayed with us. So I've begun with that, and I go on to now the next. Now, this is also a very beautiful song sung by Tipanya ji, and of course Shabnam ji also. कहाँ से आया कहाँ जाओगे, खबर करो अपने तन की. कहाँ से आया कहाँ जाओगे, खबर करो अपने तन की. कोई सतगुरु मिले तो भेद बताए, खुल जाए अंदर खिड़की. Now again, the importance of a guru. I mean, we should be asking ourselves this question: कि कहाँ से आए हो? Where have you come from? Where do you want to go? But how are we going to understand this? When we get this guru who is going to open the doors and the windows of our mind and our awareness, which is going to tell us the next steps in life. When our awareness is going to be open to understand God. So that is where we are going, and that is where we've come from. Like I always talk about the ultimate love and the eternal love that we will go back to. But in the middle of it all, we can keep looking for love all our lives. Right? Please, if anybody wants to add to my simple explanations, I would really appreciate that. It would be wonderful. फिर कबीर खड़ा बाजार में मांगे सबकी खैर, ना किसी से दोस्ती ना किसी से बैर. Now this again, what is it? It is that position of sum. It is that position of balance. It is that position of being one with all. I am praying for everybody. Everybody is mine. I am everybody's. Nobody is mine and nobody is, and I am nobody's. I mean, it is a level of being at a balance, at a level of sum. Okay? हम सब यहाँ पर हैं. ना किसी से बैर. I am not friends with anybody. I'm not enemies with anybody, but I'm praying for everybody. It is such a beautiful thought. फिर कोड़ी 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 माया जोड़ी, कोड़ी कोड़ी माया जोड़ी, बनो हजारी रे. कोड़ी कोड़ी माया जोड़ी, बनो हजारी रे. अंत समय सब छोड़ गयो, फिर बनो भिखारी रे. So all our lives we work and we toil to collect all those possessions, and we collect all the money and we become very rich and we become very affluent. And then once day suddenly you have to leave everything and you become a bhikari. You again have to start, because you have to collect those good deeds, not the material things which we've given so much importance to. It's the good deeds that we have to collect all our lives. So when we leave, we will leave everything here. We need to collect those deeds, and we have to improve our life. We have to improve our soul. We have to rise on those ladders of the divine ladders, right? This one is one of my favorites. Mala japu na kar japu. Mala japu na kar japu. और मुख से कहूं ना राम. राम हमारा हमें जपे, हम पायो विश्राम. So I am not going to sit down with my mala and I'm not going to be saying Ram Ram. I'm not going to do any jap. I'm not going to be doing any of it. Ram hamara hame jape, hum payo visram. There is also a very, very popular bhajan of Kabir which says, Bhala hua meri mala tuti. भला हुआ मेरी माला टूटी, मैं राम नाम से छूटी, मेरे सिर से टली बला, मेरे सिर से टली बला. मतलब he does not talk about rituals. He is very, very against rituals. He says rituals are not going to get you anywhere. Rituals are religious. He is much beyond religion. He's talking about that one God, and that God is in all of us. We need to recognize that. It is in me. Like he talks about those 4 Rams. There are 4 Rams according to Kabir ji. So one Ram is Dashrath ka beta. Ek Ram Dashrath ka beta. दूजा घट घट में रहता, who is there within all of us. तीजे राम का सकल पसारा, और चौथा सबसे न्यारा. सो एक राम तो वो है जो दशरथ का बेटा है, दूसरा राम है which is in all of us. The third Ram is actually created this whole creation. और चौथा जो सबसे न्यारा है. He is the be all and the end all, and that is it, and there's nothing more than that. It starts there and it finishes there. But God, there is no finish, there is no beginning. It is just that light. चौथा राम, that's the चौथा राम. और ये भी बहुत ब्यूटीफुल है. प्रीत न कीजे पंछी जैसे, प्रीत न कीजे पंछी जैसे, जैसे जल सूखे उड़ जाए. कि ऐसे प्रीत मत करो, ऐसे प्यार मत करो कि जब पानी सूख जाए तो वो उड़ जाए. When there are no wetlands, the birds don't come. The birds will come only when there are wetlands, right? प्रीत तो कीजिए मछली जैसे, जल सूखे मर जाए. You should love like the fish. If the water goes, the fish goes. The fish is going to die with the water. It's not going off anywhere else looking for better places. So you should love the sincerity, the passion in you should be that of the machli, not of the bird. The bird is looking for the water and then comes and rests in the water, on the seashores, on the riverbeds. But the fish stays inside and will perish with the water. If the water finishes, the fish will also finish. It is not going to run off anywhere else. So we have to learn to love like that fish. Yeah. This also is very interesting. बंधे को बंधा मिला, कौन किसे छुड़ाए. अनबंध की कर बंदगी, पल में दे छुड़ाए. So a person who is not aware, a person who does not know, a person who lacks knowledge, if he is trying to hold on to somebody who again lacks knowledge, तो बंधे को बंधा मिला, कौन किसे छुड़ाए. Who is going to set the other one free? They are all tied up. बंदगी कर उस अनबंध की, जो पल में दे छुड़ाए. You don't need all these support staff. You don't need any support staff. You just need to connect to the CEO. And that's it. If you're connected to the CEO, you are going to be liberated. You just have to learn to surrender. You don't need any middle persons. You don't need any peons or any communication officers. You don't. Because we all have that one thing within us. We just need to connect to that. ये भी बहुत खूबसूरत है. सुखिया सब संसार है, सारा संसार सुखी है. खावे और सोवे. They are only eating and they are sleeping and they are very happy. दुखिया दास कबीर है, जागे और रोवे. So the people who are aware, they are the ones who have problems. They are the ones who face misery more. They are the ones who need more of direction. They are the ones who are actually on that path and are seekers. So you become so restless. But if you're not a seeker and you are actually just sleeping and eating and living life and just not really without any purpose, you're just living through life, तो फिर तो तुम्हें सुख ही सुख दिखेगा. But this sukh is not the real sukh. Until and unless you don't have that urge, until and unless you don't have that becheni, you don't have that desire, you don't have that sankalp that you want to live in that grace, you are looking for that light, you want answers in your life, then that restless person is not going to let you sleep. That restlessness is not going to help you rest. So that is what he's saying over here. If you're not looking for anything, you're happy sleeping and eating, so you're pretty happy, Baba. You don't need to do anything. Only when you are searching, only when you are looking for answers, only when there is so much more you want and you want to connect to that grace, that is when that thing does not let you sleep. Like somebody had also said, सपने वो नहीं होते जो आपको जो सो के दिखते हैं, सपने वो होते हैं जो आपको सोने नहीं देते. So it is very important to understand what he's trying to say over here, that when you have that urge, you will not be able to rest. You want to go and you want to search and you want to see the light and you want to do anything and go in all the corners of the world. Why do people do pilgrimages? Because they want to connect to that energy. They want to be there. They need to find that peace. They are looking for something. But someone who just wants to go to Europe and have a good cup of coffee, they are living in luxury. They're not looking for anything. They will just take a ticket, go for a holiday, have fun, sleep, enjoy themselves and come back. But a person who's going for a pilgrimage and wants to see, wants to be in that light, who wants to experience that moment, that person is always going to be restless. That person wants that experience so badly, and it will come to you only when you need it and you want it so badly. So there is here I would like to say, I'll come to that later. Maybe let's just go. I'll get carried away otherwise. जब से जीव यह जन्मया, जब से जीव यह जन्मया, तब से ना पाया सुख. डाली डाली मैं फिरूं, पथ पथ पे दुख. So a lot of people ask me that, why is it that this person is actually so wonderful and there are so many difficulties in life, things are not falling into place, but I believe otherwise. I believe otherwise. When difficulties come your way, when problems come your way, you have to understand that you're on the right path. Because until and unless you don't have those problems and tests, you won't be able to uplift yourself. You would not be able to move a step further in your spiritual journey. So all these things that are happening to you are happening for you. They're happening for you, not to you. Okay?
This I like. This part I really like. I said I like this part.
Yeah, I believe this. 100%. We'll come back to it. कबीरा कबीरा क्या करो, कबीरा कबीरा क्या करो, सोचो आप शरीर. कबीरा कबीरा क्या करो, सोचो आप शरीर. 5 इंद्रियां बस में करो, तो वो ही दास कबीर. So this I want to tell you is Kabiryat, where we started from. This I believe is Kabiryat. Each one of us has a Kabir inside them. When we are talking about Kabir, or when we are talking about all these big saints and all these spiritual leaders and all of that, it's wonderful. But the crux of it is that we need to control our own senses to be able to recognize the Kabir in each one of us. So it is these senses that create all the jholjal in the head. It is these sensory organs that create all the mess. But that also is important because we need to actually control them and move further. So these are all our tests, right? So
I can say, Anjali
sorry?
ma'am,
Yes,
Rajshri.
please. Yes, hi Rajshri. Yes.
मुझे लग रहा है कि ये इधर जो महीनों में मैंने आप लोगों के साथ संगत सागत किया, तो कुछ हद तक मैंने कंट्रोल किया अपने सेंसेस पर. अब रोना धोना, बहुत दुखी होना, ये सब बहुत कम हो गया. कंप्लेंट्स ये सब कम हो गई. अब क्या है, चीजें समझ में आने लग गई कि दीज आर फॉर माई अपलिफ्टमेंट. जैसे आज आपने कहा कि कोई भी चैलेंजेस आते हैं तो वो आपको अपलिफ्ट करने के लिए, आपकी ग्रोथ के लिए आते हैं. तो ये चीज जब से एक्सेप्ट की, तो उसके बाद से दर्द तकलीफ ये सब ऑटोमेटिकली कम भी होने लग गई. और मतलब वो दुख वाला जो फेज था वो काफी कुछ चला गया. क्योंकि फिजिकल जो पेन है वो कभी कभी होता है, तो देखिए उसका असर तो होता है. मैं नहीं कहती कि इट इज टोटली गॉन. कभी कभी जो है इंस्टेंसेस के सर्कमस्टेंसेस से कुछ आता है तो तकलीफ तो होती है. बट जो एक कोर में जो एक पेन था ना, कि व्हाई इट हैपेंड टू मी, व्हाई मी, वो व्हाई मी चला गया. थैंक्स टू
राजश्री
ऑल ऑफ
जी,
यू.
you need to be applauded on this. मैं आपको एक एग्जांपल देना चाहती हूँ. There was this tennis player, he was the world number one, his name was Arthur Ashe. He won the Wimbledon, he won all the tournaments, he was world number one, and when he was at his peak he got cancer, and that cancer was very, very fatal. So one of the journalists asked him, he says, Mr. Ashe, did you never question this, that why me? He said, when I was at the top of my game, when I was winning, I never questioned God, why me?
Why me?
So now who am I to question him that why me? So Rajshri ji, all the love and light to you, all the healing to you from each one of us. You should just start walking very soon. We are all there behind you. And anytime, anywhere, whenever you feel like connecting, please just connect. And you are a hero, let me just tell you. Shiro, you're a Shiro.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
That's wonderful. That's so wonderful. How nice. So here, there is another concept. When the mind becomes no mind, it dissolves into Brahma, like what we were talking. And the knower of Brahma becomes Brahma himself. So we are talking about this ultimate love. We are talking about this immense, immense level of divine love. And here I'm going to talk about one of my favoriteest Kabir songs, and it is called Haman Ishq Mastana. So in this song, he is telling you about that eternal love that he has for this Satguru. And the Satguru is there within us. So what is the feeling? Here goes. I'm going to make an attempt. Bhul chuk maaf, but I love it. So I'm going to just add a little zing to it. Okay? हमन है इश्क मस्ताना, हमन को होशियारी क्या, हमन है इश्क मस्ताना, हमन को होशियारी क्या, रहे आजाद जो जग से, रहे आजाद जो जग से, रहे आजाद जो जग से, हमन दुनिया से यारी क्या, हमन है इश्क मस्ताना. So what does this mean? ये वो इश्क है. This is that divine ishq which is there within you. We need to recognize it. And what happens when you recognize it is what this song is all about. जो बिछड़े हैं प्यारे से भटकते दर बदर फिरते, जो बिछड़े हैं प्यारे से भटकते दर बदर फिरते, हमारा यार है हम में, हमारा यार है हम में, अमन को बेकरारी क्या, अमन है इश्क मस्ताना, ना पल पिछड़ा ना पल पिछड़े पिया हमसे, ना हम बिछड़े प्यारे से, ना पल पिछड़ा पिया हमसे, ना हम बिछड़े प्यारे से, उन्हीं से नेह लागी है, उन्हीं से नेह लागी है, हमन को इंतजारी क्या, हमन है इश्क मस्ताना। कबीरा इश्क का मादा दुई को दूर कर दिल से, कबीरा इश्क का मादा दुई को दूर कर दिल से, जो चलना राह नाजुक है, जो चलना राह नाजुक है, हमन से बोझ बारी क्या। So what does this mean? So when you have found that eternal love inside you, कोई इंतजारी नहीं, कोई बेकरारी नहीं, कोई दुई की भावना नहीं, because then everything is the same. मेरे में आप हैं, आप में मैं हूं, हम में सब हैं, सब में हम हैं, पर हम है बहुरी अकेला. So this whole concept that we are in each other and each of you is within me, but I am still all alone. So each one of us is trying to fight that feeling. All I want to say is don't fight it. Don't fight it. You will enjoy, because this whole journey of being lonely and then you walk towards being alone is so beautiful. It is so beautiful, but it has to start with loneliness. It has to start with that dark night of the soul. It has to start with a low point. जब तक आप खाली नहीं होगे तब तक आप भरोगे किस चीज से अपने आप को, कुछ भी अंदर नहीं जाएगा. So you need to be empty. You need to just get rid of all your emotions. You need to empty yourself out to be able to find that love and to take it along with you and be so immersed in it. Yes? तो यहाँ पर एक और गाना है. Should we sing that also?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Please go ahead.
Just one. Okay. So, मन मस्त हुआ रे फिर क्या बोले. So now we've spoken about the ishq. We found the ishq within us. Now I am saying मन मस्त हुआ तो फिर क्या बोले, मन मस्त हुआ तो फिर क्या बोले, हंसा नाए मानसरोवर, हंसा नाए मानसरोवर, अब ताल तलैया में क्यों डोले. So when this man has already bathed in the Mansarovar lake, which is so difficult to reach, it is near Kailash. जब उस लेक में उस हंस ने नहा लिया, हंस इज माई सोल, तो ये ताल तलैया, ये छोटे छोटे तालाबों में मैंने क्यों नहाना है, मैंने क्यों जाना है वहां पर, when I've already got the Mansarovar inside me. How beautiful, isn't it? मन मस्त हुआ रे फिर क्या बोले, मन मस्त हुआ रे फिर क्या बोले, हल्की थी जब चढ़ी तराजू, हल्की थी जब चढ़ी तराजू, अब पूरी भरी फिर क्या तोले, हाँ पूरी भरी फिर क्या तोले, मन मस्त हुआ रे फिर क्या बोले, मन मस्त हुआ रे फिर क्या बोले, हीरा पाया बंद गठरिया, हीरा पाया बंद गठरिया, बार बार फिर क्यों खोले, मन मस्त हुआ रे फिर क्या बोले, मन मस्त हुआ रे फिर क्या बोले. Yeah, so that's where we are. moving forward. So we have to be awakened, we have to arise, and we have to act without a motive of action. How does that sound? I want to be awakened, I want to arise, and I want to act, but there is no motive for action. This is the beauty of Kabir. This is the beauty of spirituality. This is the beauty of oneness. This is the beauty of surrender. And everything flows. एक और क्या है बहुत खूबसूरत, धीरे धीरे रे मना, धीरे सब कुछ होए, माली सींचे 100 घड़ा, ऋतु आए फल होए. कुछ भी कर लो, everything will happen at its own pace, period. Yeah. So now this also is a very interesting concept. If a boat is going towards a shore, the boat says the shore is coming. Yeah. And the shore says the boat is coming. The boat is also going. The shore is there only. But the shore says the boat is coming. The boat says the shore is coming. But from above, what does it look like? From above, it looks like आया गमन का खेला है ये. So एक और बहुत खूबसूरत भजन है, उसकी 1-2 लाइन्स है. सब चला चली का मेला है, कोई चला गया कोई जावे, बांध गठरिया कोई वेट कर रहा है. कोई सबका जाना आना तो चल ही रहा है. हम इतने ज्यादा अटैच हो जाते हैं अपने प्रेजेंट मोमेंट में, अपनी प्रेजेंट रिलेशनशिप्स में, बिकॉज वी डोंट नो द कंप्लीट ट्रुथ. I happened to see an episode of one of these serials, on TV. उसके अंदर एक कोई शो आ रहा था, and in that Mahadev says that you don't know the complete truth. That's why you keep questioning, and that's why you keep fighting with God. ये कैसे हुआ, ये कैसे हुआ? How could you do this to me? How could you do that to my loved one? So Mahadev says that is because you don't know the complete truth. Our vision is so limited. We are only looking at this person from our particular lens, and our lens is limited to this lifetime. But the lens of the good Lord has no limits. So he or she can see it in totality. So when they can see it in totality, they know what the truth is. We don't know, no? Half the truth is no truth, no? Don't we know that? As kids, we were told, आधा सच गलत बात, पूरा सच सही बात. और पूरा सच तो इंसान को आता ही नहीं है, हमें पता ही नहीं है, हमारी इतनी लिमिटेड नॉलेज है. या सो मैं लगा उस एक से, मैं लगा उस एक से, एक भया सब माही, सब मेरा मैं सबन का, कौन दूसरा नाही, कोई भी नहीं. Like you were just talking, सब मेरे में, मैं सब में, कोई दूसरा है ही नहीं यहाँ पर. There was this beautiful interview, given by Diljit Dosanjh. I was just watching it the other day, and in that he said a couple of very beautiful things. He says, when I look at somebody for more than 10 minutes, I see myself in that person, and I can identify completely with that person. So मुझे लगता है कि मैं सब में हूँ और सब मेरे अंदर है. It was such a beautiful thought. Think about it. This is everybody's homework. Please think about it, and maybe we can talk about it some other time. So कबीर बहुत ही भटकिया, कबीर बहुत ही भटकिया, मन ले विषय विराम, चालत चालत जुग भया तिल के ओटे राम। कि कहां कहां नहीं भटका कबीर, कहां कहां नहीं ढूंढा उसने राम को, कहां कहां नहीं वो गया, वो थक गया, वो थक गया। उसको उसको विराम चाहिए था। चालत जुग भया, पूरा युग पूरी दुनिया ढूंढ ली और राम कहां मिले? तिल के ओटे राम। एक छोटा सा तिल था पास में, उसके नीचे बैठे थे राम, और वो कहां कहां भटक रहा है। तो तुम्हारे घट के अंदर है वो, भटको मत बाहर। बूंद में समूंद और समूंद में बूंद, ये भी होमवर्क है। दिस ऑल्सो इज अ वेरी वेरी डियर लाइन ऑफ माइंड, कि एक बूंद में पूरा समुद्र है और पूरे समुद्र में एक बूंद है। Isn't that beautiful? बूंद में समूंद और समूंद में बूंद। How lovely. So you have to get lost actually to find yourself. So beautiful. ना कुछ देखा राम भजन में, ना कुछ देखा पोथी में. This again is a very interesting color of Kabir, which is so realistic, which is so practical. ना कुछ देखा राम भजन में, ना कुछ देखा पोथी में, कहत कबीर सुनो भाई साधु, जो देखा दो रोटी में. Like they say, खाली पेट भजन नहीं होता. When you are empty stomach, you can't even do any bhajan, you can't do any good conversations also. So this is such a practical thought process. किसी चीज में वो नहीं है जो दो रोटी में है. So these are all these various colors that I could collect. There's some more, if you all still have the patience. Just
Yes,
a few
yes.
more left.
Yes, yes.
लालन की नहीं बोरियां. लालन is rubies. लालन की नहीं बोरियां, हंसन के नहीं पाठ, सिंघन के नहीं लहड़े, साधु न चले जमात. So rubies are not found in sackfuls. लालन के नहीं बोरियां, हंसन के नहीं पाठ. जो हंस होता है वो ग्रुप्स में नहीं उड़ता, अकेले अकेले उड़ता है. सिंघन के नहीं लेड़े. लायंस डोंट वॉक द फॉरेस्ट इन हर्ड्स. अकेले अकेले घूमते हैं शेर. साधु ना चले जमात. तो जो साधु है, जो सीकर है, that seeker also always walks alone. So this is the aloneness I'm talking about. Your journey from loneliness to aloneness is where Kabir helps you. Lali mere lal ki. This is also beautiful. This is really beautiful. This is steeped in love. This is steeped in love. Lali mere lal ki, चित देखूं तित लाल. लाली देखन मैं गई, मैं भी हो गई लाल. मतलब this whole concept about the grace of God, I've heard so much about it. It is all over. But when I go out there to see it for myself, मैं भी हो गई लाल. I also become a part of it. Beautiful, isn't it? और ये बड़ा ब्यूटिफुल कॉन्सेप्ट अगेन. चाकी चाकी देखकर, ये भी सुना होगा. चाकी चाकी देखकर दिया कबीरा रोए, दो पाटन के बीच में साबुत बचा न कोई. So when Kabir looks at this grinding mill, कि दो पाटन, दो पत्थरों के बीच में साबुत बचा ना कोई, इसका एक जवाब भी है. चाकी चाकी सब कहे, कीली कहे ना कोई, जो कीली से लगे बाल न बाका होए. It is self-explanatory. कि everybody is talking about the grinding stones. No one's talking about that one center pin. If you go and stick to that one center pin, you are safe. बाल ना बांका होए, कुछ नहीं होगा आपको. Isn't that beautiful? It is so beautiful.
Very beautiful.
अब एक और जिसमें वो दुई की बात, भावना की बहुत बात करते हैं, you know, where there is this duality, where we think that we are different from the other, and there are these many facets. But he's trying to make one point that there is only one facet, there is only one point, there is only one God, there is only one CEO. Okay? जगत जहन्नुम कर चले, जगत जहन्नुम कर चले, झूठी कुल की लाज, तन छूटा कुल झूठा, चले न राम जहाज. So हम पूरा ये जहन्नम के करके जा रहे हैं इस दुनिया, क्योंकि हम कभी अपने कुल के लिए लड़ रहे हैं, कभी हम अपनी शान के लिए लड़ रहे हैं, कभी हम अपने तन के लिए लड़ रहे हैं. हम लड़ रहे हैं और हमने इस पूरे जहान को जहन्नुम बना दिया है. तो ये तन भी झूठा है, ये कुल भी झूठा है, ये सब झूठा है. लेकिन क्योंकि हम इसमें इतने इन्वॉल्व हो गए हैं, तो हम में से कोई भी राम का जहाज ही नहीं चढ़ सकेगा. Because we are so involved in creating this jahannam on this earth, that we are not understanding that whole concept. Yeah. So I can go on and on, but 45 minutes is what we had, and I am open to any discussion. I'm open to any suggestions. I'm also open to your opinions. So this is just something that is Kabiryat, according to me. And each one of us has that Kabiryat inside us. We just need to recognize it. And I have to tell you that life becomes so much more beautiful once you recognize it. There is so much that we have to be grateful for, that we have got this opportunity. And this is not just by chance that we are all sitting over here and talking about Kabir today. And I don't know how many more are going to listen to this once it's up there. So I just want to say thank you to each one of you for being such wonderful listeners. Anu, you're awesome. Rajshri ji, you are a shiro. Manju ji, like always, you're wonderful. Dharani, thanks for all the encouragement. Madhulin ji, thank you. Anaga, Sunita, Sulekha, thank you, all of you. This is so wonderful. Would anyone want to add, or want to subtract, or want to divide, or want to multiply to this, please?
First, thank you a lot for having brought the reality. नहीं पढ़ा?
सुना है, बोलिए मंजू जी बोलिए.
मैं कह रही हूँ कि we must thank you a lot for having brought up the reality इतना openly जो है. हम we know everything, but we are so much involved in our everyday life, and बहुत सारी चीजें accept करने का मन ही नहीं होता. And ये तो सच है कि कबीर जो है, उन्होंने तो हम लोगों की जिंदगी को जो है एक नया आराम दिया है, और ये shown the real path if we have the courage to follow it. हमारे अंदर वो कन्विक्शन हो जो है ना, उसकी कमी हो जाती है. For certain we like not to accept everything honestly. हम इतनी ज्यादा अपने उसमें उलझे रहते हैं कि हम हाँ ठीक तो है, लेकिन बट जो है हमारी जिंदगी में बहुत चलता है. So that's आपने याद दिलाया, ये बहुत अच्छा, बहुत दिल को छूने वाला, बहुत अच्छा. थैंक यू वेरी मच.
Yeah. So I know, like, so something are eternally true. Like Kabir ji is from say 500 years ago. And today, every line of it is making sense. And I can like relate to it like maybe like as if it was written yesterday. So whatever is eternally true, that it touches. Whether we are living in the computer age, 21st century, whichever century. This is what I'm hearing. And of course, every line, we have spoken that it touches some the deep core, जैसे मंजू जी ने कहा, राजश्री जी ने कहा. लेकिन वो वाली बात जो रही कि अगर मैंने मतलब मैं क्यों जपूं, राम जपेंगे और मैं विश्राम करूं, वो मुझे मतलब ऐसा है ना कि भाई हमने जो है जब वो जैसे दिलजीत दोसांझ बोलते, तो जब हमने उनको अपना लिया, जो आपने भी एक किसी में बोला कि अगर हमने ब्रह्म को अपना लिया या अपने आउटसाइड को, या अगर आज की न्यू एज में बोले कि व्हेन आई एक्सेप्ट व्हाटएवर इज, देन तो फिर उसमें कोई न खुशी न गम न कुछ. तो ये मतलब हर एक चीज में एक नगीना, एक रूबी, एक लाल, वो जो आपने बोला मणि छुपी हुई है. पर जब हम उसको सुनते हैं, whenever we hear all these lines, it is like putting, pointing or nudging some points which we already know. That's why it is so, like we want to hear more. And you also have that energy, despite whatever आप कुछ खा रहे हैं, इलायची खा रहे हैं, फिर भी गाना गा रहे हैं, because the love of it, because of the love of that wisdom or truth that those lines have. And of course, like you remember everything, you remember the story behind it, and that's what makes it, just listening to you, such क्या बोलेंगे, inspiring and happy moments. And I like totally loved your singing and everything. And I don't know how you remember all these things, क्योंकि हम लोग स्कूल में पढ़ते हैं फिर भूल जाते हैं जैसे. तो आप हर टाइम रिमेम्बर करते हैं, you remember it and then share it. And you can go to talk to big ears. There was one Baithiki also of Kabir songs. Maybe I can post that link also. But she has so much love for Kabir and Kabir Dohas and this, जैसे वो शबनम जी के बारे में बोल रहे हैं, and then and to share it with us. That's the main thing. To share it with such excitement.
And I have to be I have to say this to all of you. I mean, अंधा क्या चाहे दो आंखें, वक्ता क्या चाहे श्रोता. So I mean, what is a person who wants to talk and who wants to share and they get an audience? इससे बड़ी और क्या बात हो सकती है? So on a hot afternoon, you've given me this time and this attention in spite of maybe some of you are feeling sleepy or whatever, but you're still there. Dharani's at work, she's still connected. So I am so honored. I'm so grateful. I am so grateful. Thank you, each one of you. Thanks, Anu, for pushing me to do this. This is awesome.
So
thank you.
yes,
Thank you, everybody.
thank you. Dharani says Kabir Vani is the truth. We know it in our core. We know it in our core.
Dharani is also starting this walk. Dharani, join in. It's awesome. It's really wonderful.
She's already started walking and she has been walking. कोई ऐसा नहीं हो सकता हम we are not walking and we are here in this meeting.
Absolutely. No, but Kabir is pulling Dharani. I feel it. She mentioned it also. Kabir is pulling Dharani. So we'll have a lot of fun together.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, each one of you. All the best, Rajshri ji. Get well soon. Thanks, Manju ji. Thanks, Dharani, Madhulin Mishra.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Beautifully आपने sing किया मैम. Thank you so much. मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा.
Thanks. Thank you, Madhulin. Thanks, Sulekha ji. Bye bye.